I am absolutely exhausted tonight. However, that fight just woke me up. Anthony Joshua sparks Francis Ngannou unconscious in 2 rounds. Dropped him twice in the third right hand, straight over the top, straight down the middle. Wow, I'm baffled by that. I truly am baffled. You know, Francis going into this fight had an aura around him that he just couldn't be hurt. Francis had this aura around him all week that he was indestructible, this killing machine, the Predator. However, this is a boxing match, and you're going against a lifelong boxer. But Anthony Joshua's... Yeah, people say he started boxing a bit late, but he's a powerhouse with a very orthodox style, which is the perfect thing to beat Francis Ngannou in his more unorthodox, stance-switchy, novice style of fighting. He's just got that off switch. He's just a freak of nature. Do you know what I mean, folks? Oh, sorry, I've just moved my screen a wee bit. Okay. That makes Tyson Fury look terrible. Now, Fury was embarrassed by Ngannou, right? Sorry, I'm still baffled by that. I literally sprinted straight through here to film this, right? Let's break it down though. Good fight. Ngannou was actually outlanding Joshua a wee bit, kind of lunging forward. Ngannou kind of had that weird like Muay Thai sort of guard. You know, he was switching stances, going to the body. This is the thing about novice boxers. When one thing works, they just repeatedly throw it. We've seen Ngannou drop Tyson with that left hook. And all fight for the 2 rounds, all you seen was Ngannou swiping at that left hook recklessly, right? And that really put fear in me. I was like, you know, he's just throwing it willy-nilly. You know, he's a bit too much output. I'd rather he relaxed. AJ caught him lovely. AJ absolutely dismantled him. Didn't throw too much, but he just had the 3 big equalizers. He has that freakish power. I like the aggression from AJ. I like the stoicness. He didn't even react to knocking him out. And then he was doing gun signs to Tyson Fury afterwards, which was my favourite part of the whole fight, folks. Look. Ngannou's lucky he fought Tyson Fury first. That's my only real big take. He's very lucky he fought him first. Because if he fought AJ first, that would happen. I don't think Tyson Fury, now you can call that impressive. He had a very lackluster performance against Derek Chisora, someone who beat twice. Then he fought Dylan White. You know, he looked sluggish and slow in that fight. He didn't look great. Andy retired for a year, and Anthony Joshua's living the lifestyle, and maybe it's now time we sit back and accept maybe Tyson Fury was never as good as we all thought he was. And we get it. Boxing math doesn't work. This person beats that person, so surely this person should beat this person. But if I'm just wanting to say this, if Usyk goes out there and beats Tyson Fury, I think they will have an immediate rematch. If Usyk beats him twice, I don't think we see Tyson Fury box again. I don't think he'd then be like, okay, Joshua, come on. Because I don't think there's a point in him for it. I think he wants to be undefeated, claim to be the best ever. And I think if he beats Usyk twice, he's getting out of boxing for good because he doesn't want to risk it. He's fought very handy stylistic opponents for him. Anthony Joshua is much bigger than Chisora. Anthony Joshua is much faster than Wallin. You know? Much bigger than Dylan White. Otto Wallin, Anthony Joshua dismantled. Dylan White, Anthony Joshua beat faster, but it was a tougher fight because stylistically. But he just absolutely blew out the water your hardest fight in the last 4 years. And bear in mind, that's a novice boxer. I'm gutted for Ngannou, I must say. I mean, what did you really expect to happen? I did have in the back of my... But look, Francis is not a boxer. Boxing distance is this. MMA distance is this. There's a difference in distance. There's a difference in everything. Speed, everything. And Ngannou, I've made videos on Ngannou. He's not the best MMA fighter either. He is just a freak of nature. People are trying to compare it to McGregor coming over to fight Mayweather. It's nothing alike. It's nothing alike. Will we see Francis box again? How about Francis versus, Dylan White? Something fun like that, We've seen the Predator being KO'd, but I don't think he'd be KO'd by someone like Dylan White or someone like Zhang, but I would not want to see him fight Zhang. However, I think he would beat Zhang. Zhang lost tonight, Ngannou lost tonight. Ngannou versus Zhang, co-main event of, maybe a Usyk Fury 2. That could work. Give Francis some time off. But there's always the MMA fights. There's the PFL fights for Francis available now as well. What do you guys want to see him to do next? I mean, I said the whole time, AJ straight right will land, but it's just, will he hurt him with it? And the difference is the technique. The way AJ turns over his punches compared to the way Ngannou doesn't. Ngannou just has to whiff you to hurt you. And AJ definitely did feel his power. We seen AJ get clipped on the top of the head by a few hooks, a few shots, and AJ was like, whoa, okay, no problem. We'll just have to see what happens later on down the line for both men. Very happy. I actually stayed up and watched that. That was very good. I've got work early in the morning, and UFC's on tomorrow night, so I need to catch up on some sleep. But I'm happy I watched that. I wasn't gonna make a video originally, but now I think it's necessary for me to make a video on this topic and just essentially ramble on to you folks about how the fight went. It was there's not much to talk about. It was over in about 4.5 minutes. Ngannou was dropped in the first. It was more of a flash knockdown, but that must have been a massive confidence booster for AJ, just knowing he can get to Ngannou, knowing he can hurt this guy that seemed unhurtable in recent years. Good man, AJ. A fair play to Anthony Joshua. I mean, there's definitely no denying it. I've slagged Anthony Joshua off a lot about his performances, especially on this channel against Usyk in the second Usyk fight. Look, it is what it is. Fighting is fighting. I love this sport. I love watching fights. What do you guys think? You have to ramble on in the comments. Tell me what you guys think. If I'm Tyson Fury, I'm shitting myself. If I'm Tyson Fury, I'm fucking lucky I've got a little man in Usyk to fight, and I can now then get the fuck out of this sport after beating him twice. If that's that's best case scenario. Everyone wants to see the Battle of Britain. It would be a massive fight. Stylistically, Anthony Joshua is looking sharper. He's looking faster, which is a tougher task. Anthony Joshua can beat Fury. Fury can definitely beat AJ. AJ's now 28-3. Fury's what, like 29-30-0, something, 32-0, something. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know what you think. What's next with Francis? I feel bad for Francis. I must admit, I do feel bad for the poor man. Take time off. Enjoy the 20 million you earned from that. You know, you're a big, strong man. You'll recover from it. Fair play to Francis Ngannou, who changed the game in a sense. You know, proving that you can leave a massive organization like the UFC, regardless of if he was champion in the UFC, though. This is what people forget. The narrative is, you can leave the UFC and be successful. Ngannou had the biggest platform available to him. He was a heavyweight UFC champion who never lost a belt, and now he wants to box. That's big money. He's not like some 2-6 UFC Contender Series knockoff now saying I'm going to go box. You know, Ngannou's famous. You know, world's hardest punch, that and all. But, you know, it's boxing. I don't want to see Ngannou come back to MMA. I'd like to see him give boxing a good stint. Build up a little resume maybe, then try get the Tyson Fury fight back. His Excellency said in the ring after he wanted the Tyson Fury rematch, but Tyson's got his hands full the next year and a half with Usyk. You know, if that's a grueling war, they're going to take 6 months off before a rematch. I just don't think that fight's ever going to happen. I don't really respect Fury in the boxing scene anymore. Phenomenal athlete, obviously, and boxer, but he's abused his body a wee bit too much, I think. Anyway, I'm going to bed, folks. Have a great evening. Sleep well. Love yous all. Good night.